This may be a short point, but there is a ton to learn from it. If you apply what you learn in this video to your own matches, you're going to win more often. And I guess the first thing I have to tell you is if you have any video footage of your opponents, video analysis is critical. Going frame by frame, step by step, and looking at any weaknesses, any tendencies that your opponents have. For instance, I want you to look at the returner and watch how he jumps to his left when he split steps. When he makes that move, that exposes the out wide. Now, you might say, yeah, but Ryan, he thought the serve was going down the tee. Well, remember, this guy's a lefty. And when the guy is hitting a forehand and this guy is serving down the tee, he's going to easily get to that ball anyway. So I'm wondering why he's jumping off to his left. Really, he should just be moving straight in on his split step, or really toward the server. You want to move toward the server, but he moves laterally. And by doing that, it's great if the serve goes down the tee, but he's completely exposed when the ball goes out wide. So really, is it worth it? I don't know. So I would rather him have more of a neutral split step. That way, tee or out wide, he's good for both. Now, let's look at the server. When you serve, there are three things you want to do after you serve. You either want to go behind the baseline and split step. You can stay in no man's land or just in front of the baseline and split step, or you can serve and volley and go forward and take 3 steps and then split step. Watch the server. Upon realizing that his serve is going to hurt the opponent, he walks in and then split steps in front of the baseline. This is smart because sometimes players they'll watch my videos and they'll say, oh, I'm supposed to move back and split step. Well, not if you really hurt your opponent on the serve. So when you hit your serve, you should be able to feel it. You should be able to see it, feel the contact, know if you hit it well, see where the ball's going, see how much trouble your opponent's in, and then act accordingly. And he does so by staying in no man's land. He does split step right there, but it was awesome. Now, the ball comes to his backhand, but he moves around it. So this is critical. It is important that you're able to hit your strength as long as you're not completely off the court. So watch how he doesn't go way over here, but he just makes a little bit of a movement over to make sure that he can hit a forehand. And what's really nice about this as well is this really freezes the opponent because he can hit inside out or he can pull it inside in. And so if this player had hit a backhand, it's much more likely that the ball is going to go cross court just with the leverage of a backhand. And that allows this person to feel a little more comfortable going this direction. But this guy right now has no idea where the ball is going to go. Now, at this moment, if this were a recreational tennis match, if this were like 3-0 tennis, 3-5 tennis, we would all know where this player is going to hit the ball. It's going to be very obvious that the ball is going that way. And that's because rec players are always looking for open court, right? Especially lower level rec players. We'll say 3-5 and below. But especially when you get to that like 4-5 range and above, they use a different thinking, right? They have a different mentality. They understand the direction that the opponent is moving, and they will use that against them to wrong foot them. So the opponent, the returner has to recover to the middle. The server knows that, and he uses that against him and hits behind him. So just go and watch videos of yourself playing singles. Are you wrong footing your opponent? Do you hit them out wide to one corner when you get the short ball? Are you hitting to the same corner to wrong foot them? You need to mix it up and not always just go into the open court, because after a while they'll just start running over there and then you're out of position because you moved around the ball. And now this area of the court is open when they run over and they hit it down the line. So I love the fact that he hit it down the line to wrong foot him, but also now, since this guy's going to come to the net, when your opponent is over here, you only have to get to here by the time they hit the ball. If he had hit the ball cross court, he would have to get over here. So not only is he then, if he hits inside out, hitting the ball the direction the opponent's already moving, but now he has a farther distance to go. By wrong footing him, he has to make the opponent backtrack, oftentimes resulting in a weak shot, and now he has a shorter distance to then travel in order to now bisect the down the line and the cross court pass. So let's look at the split step. This is actually a video I just made yesterday. When you hit an approach shot, you got to make a great split step. You want to split step after the opponent makes contact with the ball, around 0.2 to 0.25 seconds after they contact the ball. Love it. Now, volley footwork. Like he hits this volley, right? Let's talk about this. Volley footwork. When you split step, your body is neutral, right? You're kind of weightless because you're in the air basically as your opponent hits the ball. And then as you come down, your brain realizes where you're going to have to go. When you land the split step, if you're going to hit your volley on the right side of your body, I recommend you learn to take the step first with the foot that's on that side. So he's hitting on his right side, so we should see his right foot step forward. Most recreational players I see who struggle with their movement on volleys, if they see the ball coming to their right side, they think, oh, I'm going to step with my left foot, because that's what we're taught when we're beginners. We step with our left foot. But actually what you want to do is step with the foot that's on the side where you're going to hit first, because the opposite foot should land after you hit the ball. Check this out. He's going to step with the foot that's on the side where he's going to contact, setting the racket where the ball's going to be. Then he hits. Now watch him hit, and then his left foot hits the ground after contact. See that? So it's split, right foot, hit, left foot. If you were hitting a backhand, it would be split, left foot, hit, right foot. What you want is after you hit the ball to step with the foot that we're all taught to step with on a volley. And the reason is that gives us momentum. We're still moving. He has his body weight moving because he hasn't stepped yet. See, every action has an equal and opposite. So when your right arm is going forward, your right leg wants to kick back. Think about when you go bowling and you throw the ball down the lane to hit the 10 pins. If you're right-handed, your right leg kicks behind you. And that's just like in ice hockey, a slap shot, the right foot kicks behind. So what ends up happening is you stop moving if your foot hits the ground before you hit. But that's not what he does. He hits the ball first, then he steps with that foot, and that allows him to keep moving through the ball. And then last, let's look at his target. So obviously you're not looking to hit deep. If you hit deep, then it's a shorter distance for the opponent to get. You're moving in, so then a lob is, kind of the next logical shot, or even a down the line pass. But watch where he makes this volley land. He makes it land at the service line, and he makes the ball leave the court using the sideline. Absolutely brilliant. It's a nice big target, super easy, but yet far away from the opponent. A ton to learn from this point. Did you know that remembering just one key detail about your opponent's game style can help you win an upcoming match? Think about it. Let's say you're scheduled to play an upcoming league or tournament match against an opponent you've previously played. If you kept notes on all of your opponents about their game style, their strengths and weaknesses, and how you would beat them if you play them again, then your chances of winning go way up. So, want to know the easiest way to do that? It's called Match Recall. Match Recall allows you to quickly journal key details about all your opponents, so when you play them again, you know what to expect and exactly how to attack them. Track key opponent info, match results, and stats to give yourself the same advantage the pros have when they journal about their opponents on tour. So to check out Match Recall and sign up for free with no credit card required, click the link on the screen right now. Now, before I share that link with you, if you're looking for new players in your local area to play matches with or even practice with, maybe get a good hitting session in, or you're just looking for new opponents because you just keep beating up on the same ones you keep playing, or you want to find a coach who's close to you, who's going to help you level up your game, then check out PlayYourCourt. It's a database of players and coaches in your local area. I've put the link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. You got to check out PlayYourCourt. You're going to love it. So click right there to check out Match Recall so you can start winning more matches. Go out and film yourself playing a singles match. Review the footage. Heck, review your opponents and see how you can exploit their weaknesses in the future. If you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.